Action. So, hi. This has definitely been one of the most challenging weeks, probably, of my life, on a personal level. And I'm gonna be completely upfront and honest here that I really didn't get much done in terms of what I'm wanting to do. And as I've said in the past couple of videos, where I have been struggling with how I'm feeling, what I've been up to. Basically, what I've been trying to accomplish has been setting a routine in learning about this space. Okay, so it's a passion of mine to learn how to understand film, understand video, understand this interaction where there's something that you see on camera, whether it's a human, whether it's a scene, it's a whole principle of ideologies that come to you in some kind of form that is entertaining and worth your time, your investment in wanting to sit back and understand, the principle of what's actually going on here. And trying to convey that, I do feel like a storyteller. I do feel like someone who is going to be invested in this area and is actually wanting to dive into it and enjoy the creative process and figuring stuff out. And this week I have been very bummed down in personal life matters. I've basically just been trying to keep my head above water. And so I haven't actually, gone headfirst into a lot of those projects that I kind of wish that I would have by now. Already 2 weeks into it, of sort of, getting it at probably one of my lowest points. And it's riding that wave of, the ups and downs of life. And when you have that high level of motivation, to capitalize on that and to try and really put out, be productive in those times. And when you're not, and you feel like you've just got the weight of the world on you and everything's sort of struggling, you don't see the point in a lot of things. That's sort of when the reality of, hey, what is your heart asking you to do? Is it asking you to come out here and give it your all no matter what it is? Is it, to put on a brave face and, clock in and clock out with the amount of work that you're trying to do? Or is it basically just trying to survive? And a lot of this week I've sort of been trying to survive. And as much as I would like to lose myself in these projects that I will get done, or at least start this year, right? Then, as much as I promise myself and I promise, you, the audience, and whoever ever watches this, post recording, obviously sometime in the future, which would be your present when you're watching this, understand that there is a life lesson in this, a solid principle that sometimes it's okay to lose yourself in the moment as you're going forward in these projects, and sometimes it's okay to understand that you need to keep your head above water today so that tomorrow you can lose yourself in the projects. And that's sort of what I'm trying to learn, is that I have this default setting where I want to beat myself up for not having done enough already. Whereas if I give myself the patience and the grace to sort of say, okay, this week, you did some head level planning where you just sort of thought about doing the projects, okay, so you kept yourself that you didn't forget that this was a dream of yours, okay, and that's great. And then the rest of your life was keeping you above water, and that was sorting things out to a state. That's a positive, that's somewhere to start. And accepting that is okay. And it just means this week, when I do get some clarity in my head and I do clean up a bit, around my house, physically as well as emotionally, and mentally, and heck, even spiritually, when I do sort of get some of that clarity and I have a bit of time and space to understand where I'm at, I can delve a bit further into those projects. So this is kind of disappointing on the level that, I really wish that, I had hit sort of rock bottom and I was able to just get straight into doing what I want to do. But also being aware that that's not how life always is. And right now, this week was basically survival, and today was a really, really tough day for that. But hey, I'm still recording this video. I'm still starting. I'm still giving it a go. And who knows where this leads. I know that tomorrow is another day, as cliche as you want it to be, but, as I get into a new routine of the new year and I figure out what it is I'm trying to actually do here, if it's to satisfy something within me, if it's to give back to the community because I, have a need to tell stories, and that need is going to help encourage others. Although I don't know where it's going to lead, apart from I have all this creativity somewhere inside of me that I want to put out there, and how that's going to happen and the best method for that, I'm not sure. All I know is that I survived this week, and I kept the dream alive, and I will get to it when I can, and that's okay. So I will leave it there for today, and understand that, hey, motivation comes and goes, and the discipline to do something is the important part that matters, and recognizing when it's a time to accept the situation around you, and recognize when it's a time to capitalize on that motivation and do the hard work is definitely something that I've been aware of this week, and will learn to work with moving forward. So have a great week.